Python is a high-level programming language, and the main intention behind developing this language was to help programmers read and write instructions and computers read and process the instructions. And few other high-level programming languages are Java, C++, C, JavaScript, and there are many more. But the problem is the hardware inside the computer, that is the hardware inside the CPU, doesn't understand any of these high-level languages. So what the CPU understand is machine level language. Machine level languages seems quite simple, but as it consists of zeros and ones only, but it's very complex to write. So as a programmer, what we do is we write instructions in high level programming languages, and there is something called translator which translates all these high level programming instructions to the machine level language, and eventually the CPU executes those instructions which has been translated to machine level language. Since machine language is tied to computer hardware, it is not portable across different types of devices. So the programs written in high level languages can be moved between different computers, and the translators can translate those high level languages into machine level instructions, and then the CPU will be able to execute those instructions. These programming languages translators are categorized into two types. One is compiler and the another one is interpreter. Python is an interpreter, and when we run Python interactively, what Python does is it processes the instructions, it processes the source code immediately. And the another one is compiler. A compiler requires the entire program written in a file, and then it compiles it to executable program. So if you have a Windows system, these executable files have a suffix of .exe or .dll. So .exe means executable and .dll means dynamically linked library. But in Linux and Mac OS, there is no suffix that uniquely describes a file as executable. If you want to open an executable file in a text editor, it will be completely unreadable. It is not easy to read and write machine language. So now at this point you might be wondering, what is the Python interpreter itself and in which language it has been made? Is it a compiled language? And when we type Python, what exactly is happening? Actually, the Python interpreter is written in high-level language called C. You might have heard about. And if you want to look the actual source code of the Python, you can go to www.python.org and you can find the source code. So Python is a program itself, and so when you install Python into your system, or when the vendor installed Python on your system, what exactly happened is you copied the source code copy of the translated Python program onto your computer. In Windows, the executable machine code for Python itself is a file with name python.exe. So the compiler and interpreter translates the high-level programming languages instructions into low-level or machine language instructions, and the CPU, then only the CPU is able to understand those instructions and execute. So the compiler and interpreter translates the high-level programming languages instructions into low-level or machine language instructions, and the CPU, then only the CPU is able to understand those instructions and execute. Thank you for watching this video.